Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Please like and subscribe so I can provide you with better content. A lot of things happened in episode 22 of The Flash. In my opinion, the main standout was Captain Cold. Now originally, I didn't like his mannerisms, but the more I watched them, it kind of grew on me, and it reminded me more of the comics. So here's the thing, Captain Cold is a very interesting character just because he has a code of honor. Now, not a lot of villains just in any comic books have something like that. The Joker will straight up murder anybody, it doesn't matter, just for fun. But Captain Cold, on the other hand, kind of does the right things while still being a bad person or a villain for the Flash. And that's why it's really intriguing to see him and see them two together, at least talking together. I enjoyed the dialogue between Savitar and Killer Frost, but the problem is they are both pretty weak as villains. Now, not in power-wise, but just in character development. Now, you look at Killer Frost. I mean, it's basically what's her motivation? Seriously, it's like, what happened to her to make her that angry or make her, turn evil? And I really can't think of anything. I mean, everybody else who had powers or who gotten powers by Savitar, that didn't change their personality, right? But as in with her and Flashpoint, it just became so extreme. It's like you're Caitlyn, and then there's Killer Frost, a whole different entity, which is not correct. I mean, everybody else in the series is basically still the same. It's still roughly the same personality. It's just for her, it seems like the writer just did that just so they can bring it in, and not really because they wanted to explain something or explain the science or go into anything of it. It's just that, again, they just wanted an extra character there to provide some type of added tension to the group, as in with Cisco. And the thing about Savitar also, I feel like it's kind of weak or lazy writing when you basically say that all because Barry doesn't have any friends or lost his friends and family, he will turn evil. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because they set it up as Savitar, being a leftover Barry, right? Barry went off, created all this time reverence, and he was left over, and nobody really wanted to hang with him, nobody wanted to be with him, or treated him as Barry Allen. And I can understand the shock of that, but also it's really hard to imagine like people on the Flash team and basically Barry's friends and family will not still accept him. It's really hard for me to believe that, especially when you have face technology and stuff that can cover up his burns or give him a whole different face. I mean, it's more plausible that Barry would have just still come home for dinner and had dinner with Joe and Iris and everybody, but maybe live in a new town. I mean, they're already shown that Barry's able to meet other women and have relationships with them. Okay, check out this scene for a second.
I tried in every way I could to make you see how much I love you. I hope you understood. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, this is good storytelling. Now, it provides you with a small bit of happiness to create a stronger emotional impact. Now, good writers will find a way to just add these small character moments throughout an entire story arc. I really dislike this scene, and it's because Barry was willing to kill. Now, I understand that he's in a desperate situation, the audience understands that, but you have to think about it this way. As a writer, you're basically sacrificing one of the core elements of the Flash, or Barry himself, his personality, just for maybe a payoff later on because of what Captain Cold says later. Now, I'm not sure if that's a way out, as in resolving the story with Savitar, but it seems like they didn't really plan that out correctly. And the reason is because Barry is the type of hero that should inspire people, right? I mean, that's the whole problem with the New 52. So when it comes to things like that, him just about to cold-bloodedly murder somebody, it feels like they just threw that in and they really didn't think about the consequences or who Barry Allen is as his personality is. Okay, with Iris and her death, I hope she stays dead. And the reason why I say that is not because I, don't like Iris or I don't like her actress. I mean, I think those are fine. It's just that I feel like the writers wrote themselves into a hole. And the reason why I say that is because any relationship drama around Barry is basically gone because they're going to get married. And that's a problem. You really want to have like romantic drama going on in the series, whether it's people getting together, people breaking up, love triangles, people cheating on each other or something like that. You want those things to happen. And when it comes to marriage, that's more of a final thing, and that's usually left towards the end of the series, right? Not in the middle of the series. So I'm hoping they don't bring her back, and I hope they don't just plop in some type of whatever loophole to have a happy ending. That's not something I want to see. And as audience members, I hope you wouldn't want to see the same thing also, because you want things to have impact. You want this to be meaningful. And if they just redo it because of time travel or whatever, that's not great. That's not, or Earth 5000. It's just not good for the storyline and good for the characters, right? So I hope Iris stays dead, and then we'll see Barry move on with his life. Yes, hardcore comic book fans are going to be angry, but here's the thing: they should have had Iris and Barry hook up much later on, like towards when they knew that series was going to end. I mean, even though everybody was pushing for it and wanted it, you probably did not want it the way it went. You want these things to slowly develop, right? You want all these small instances of awkwardness between them, or awkwardness between, just Barry, Iris, and some other love interest. You want these things to come up, right? And again, it feels like they just ran straight into it with them two being together, and her dying is basically the best way out. Thank you, and those are my thoughts.